Now, if you search for Django admin, you'll find this Django admin site article from the official docs, which is a super long article listing all the configuration options you have. Now, of course, that's a bit too much to go through for this course, because I don't want to turn this course into me reading out this reference for 2 hours. But of course, feel free to dive into this reference if you are building a bigger Django project and you have certain aspects which you want to fine-tune here. With help of this model class here, this admin class here, which I showed to you, you have rich options of configuring this admin site exactly as you need to. And with the official docs here, you can find all the options and all the things you can tweak here. Now, there are more features we're going to explore throughout this course, but of course, that can definitely be a great resource in addition to really get a thorough overview and a thorough idea of what you can do. At the same time, this can be overwhelming, and in a lot of projects, you probably won't need to fine-tune anything or only a couple of things, because this default look and this default behavior you got here is very often everything you need. Because this admin interface already makes a lot of smart choices, and therefore very often you don't need to tweak it at all, and hence you shouldn't feel overwhelmed by this documentation. It just lists all the options. That doesn't mean that you need to use all the options, of course. Now, one configuration option which I do want to show you here is related to setting filters. For this, we go back to our book admin class, and there you have the list filter key, the list filter property which you can add. This, as so many options, wants a tuple where you list all the fields by which you want to be able to filter when all the books are being listed. And this only refers to the books because we're in the book admin class, which is dealing with the book model as it's being registered here. So now we can have a look at the book model and see which of the fields here would be good fields to filter our books. If we had a longer list of books here, we might want to filter. And I think rating could make a lot of sense here. Maybe we also want to filter by author. So therefore, if you want to make this list filterable by author and by rating, you can go back to your admin class here, and then in list filter, you simply add author and rating as fields to this tuple. And of course, again, you use the field names as they are defined in the model. So here we have rating and author as field names, and hence these are the names we have to use here. And with that, if you save this and reload this page where all the books are listed, you see that now we have those filters which we can set and clear on the right. And that's again added automatically by Django. It is again just that we need to enable this through this configuration. Maybe we also want to change the columns which are showing up here so that it's not just book and shows us the string presentation, but instead that we have the title and then the author as two columns which display our data here. To set this, to add such columns, you again go back to this admin class here, and there you can add the list display tuple. And there you now list the field names that should be used as columns here in this list of data. So if we want to have the title and the author here, we would add title and author in that order. And if you now save this and reload this page with all the books, you see that instead of having that string representation of a book which we had before, now we have the title and the author data showing up here. And of course, that all still works with filtering. So these are a few examples of how you can adjust this admin page here. And of course, you could also work with more than one model, and you can tweak more things. Now, we're going to see more than one model later in the course, in the next section already actually. And of course, we're also going to work with this admin section again. For the moment, this is everything I wanted to show you here, because as I said, the defaults are quite nice, and hence I would say it's time to move on And now actually dive into relations.